Hello everyone, this is Neha Sharma and we are reading No Men Are Foreign. This is a very beautiful poem and we have done first and second stanza of the poem in the last video. Now we have to read the poem from the third stanza. So please open your book and third stanza we have to study today. Remember they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep and strength that can be won by love in every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. So dear students, here in this stanza the poet is saying that we should remember that the other people to whom we consider as foreigners, right? So they also have the eyes which are similar to us. They wake or the sleep similar to us, right? That is given in the first line, or sleep and the strength that can be won. So they have the same strength also. So strength here means the thoughts and the feelings, okay, and the strength that can be won, which can be easily won by love. There is no need of arms every time. There is no need of wars every time. So this they wanted to say that they have also emotions, no? So that strength actually has been described as emotions of the people to whom we consider as foreigners. There is a common life for all the human beings, right? Their hands are ours and their lines we read. By love in every land in common life. So there is a common life for all the human beings and we all follow certain things like we can say eating, working for survival, cry and laugh accordingly. So we all have the similarities in our body parts also, as well as the function what we do for our survival, right? This is a very simple fact and we all can realize that we all human beings share equal traits that all recognize and understand, that our traits are same. So dear students, in other words, we can say that in this third stanza of this No Men Are Foreign, the poet calls out us, right, that even the foreigners have the same eyes like the poets, country people. They also use it to wake or sleep, right, and metaphorically marking the beginning and the end of the day. Similarly, we are given strength with that one can win through love. Moreover, in every land, that is in every country, there is one common thing, that is life. If a person could recognize this universality, then the poet says there will be no fights or the wars between countries. So dear students, I will talk about the rhyming words here. So we have discussed earlier that this is written in free verse, right? You can see wake, one, life, understand. So there is no rhyming word here, rhyming scheme here of the stanza. Moreover, the complete poem is written in the free verse. And let's read poem number 1, 2 and 3 of this stanza. Remember they have eyes like ours that wake, or sleep and strength that can be won by love, right? So here in line number 1, 2 and 3, you can see that there is, without punctuation mark, these lines are there. So this is what? This is occurrence of enjambment here. Clear? Because the lines, like first line there is no punctuation mark and second line is getting started with a capital word again, and then third line also that is the same thing. So this is what? Occurrence of enjambment. So what we have learned here in this stanza, that there is no difference, right? There is no difference between the people, but this is our own creation which we are creating, where we are, these are thoughts where we are saying that the foreigners or the people who are living in different countries, they are different, right? We have a feeling of discrimination. We find that always, and we say that there is a feeling of inferiority for them, that we are superior and they are inferior. So that should not be there. That's why the poet is saying here that we have set up our mind actually for the people of the another country, that's why we take them as our enemy. they have been also bestowed by God with the similar appearance like us, right? So that's why he has said that God has given them the eyes and all that, no? So this is telling you the similar appearance of the human being, right? And life means all the things that are living, and if we can recognize them, and if we can understand their feelings and realize that they are also like us, then there will be no fights or wars between us. So let's have the reading of fourth stanza now. And this fourth stanza says, let us remember whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. So in this stanza, this word disposes means deprive of something. What is the meaning? Deprive of something. So here in these lines, the poet says that we should always remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from the another country, to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think of someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, then we dispose ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. He says that we should stay away from such negativity. We should not consider anyone to be our enemies during the war. Both the parties or both the countries must bear the loss, and that is why the poet says that war is not in our favor, because there is a loss of what? There is a loss of humanity. So he says that whenever we pick any weapon against someone, we should remember one thing, and that one thing is no men are foreign. So actually guys, this fourth stanza ultimately reveals the central idea of the poem, and the poet's desire for the peace among nations, because he wants us, right, every person including himself, to remember if someone hates the other in the name of country, it is his own self the person hates. By hating our brothers means the fellow human beings, we deprive, cheat and condemn our own selves. Further he adds, when there is war against each other, the loss is common to both the sides. So one must understand that before drawing weapons against each other. If we are talking about the poetic devices here in this third stanza, so you can check the first word here is remember, right, which was there in first stanza also. So this is what this has been repeated in this stanza. So this can be repetition, but in a way this is refrain also. And again in this fourth stanza here is also remember, right? Third stanza there is also remember in first stanza. So this remember word is being repeated in each stanza, so this can be considered as refrain because it's a repetition of same word. Next we can have in first, second and third line there is what? It is the enjambment, right, where the sentences are being continued to the next line without a break. So it can be observed throughout the stanza. So in fourth stanza we are having two. One is repetition of word remember, that can be considered as refrain also, and enjambment is there, right? Now last stanza of the poem. It is the human earth that we defile, our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries are strange. So what he is saying here in this stanza, that whenever we pick up a weapon, right, whenever we fight with the other countrymen, there will be bloodshed. That is what defile, we defile whenever is in the earth, we defile our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocent. So what happened there? There will be bloodshed, fire, death, and that will make the earth earth's land dirty and impure, and the dust will be fill up the air if there is a fire, and it will disturb the purity of air. And finally, the poet says that no men are foreign and no country is strange, meaning beyond the boundaries, we all are same inside with similar characteristics and the features. We all feel the same and we all are one. So in other words, we can say that we should keep in our mind that whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty, because weapons kill people and their bodies which fall on the earth make it dirty, right? Defile means to make dirty. Whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death, and these dead bodies accumulate on the earth and it make it impure, and the fire of the war which erupts, the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages the purity of air. With all these things, the poet wants to give us the message that we should not indulge in war. And finally, he ends the poem by writing the first line again and saying that we should always remember that no men are foreign and no countries are strange. So here in this last stanza also, you can see the use of remember here. So this is refrain once again, and there is enjambment in this stanza also, right? Without break, the line is continue. Dear students, if we talk about the theme of, dear students, if we talk about the message of the poem that says that some people have ceased to believe in the essential unity of man. They believe that a man hailing from a different country is to be hated and discriminated against. Such people are the ones who cause wars due to their false beliefs. The poet assures his readers that the man is just the same everywhere. He experiences the same joys and the sorrows and has been descended from the same ancestors. Therefore, he is justified in asking us to expel hatred for our fellow human for their minds and hearts. We'll talk about the title, No Men Are Foreign. So this has an apt title. According to the poet, we should not consider anyone as foreign or strange. As we are the children of the same God, the earth is the common property of mankind, and we are the citizens of the world and not a particular country. We must give up narrow nationalism, as humanity is the same all over the world, and in harming anyone, we are harming ourselves. The poet emphasizes the futility of hating those who belong to other countries. When we wage war against others, we only defile our own earth. So this was the message which was showing the post-war modern society.